What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about the cursed city of Centranos. We're going to go over the game mode and everything it entails, how it works, the differences in the various districts and the different stages, and we're going to talk about how you can prepare best so that you can make sure that you have the best shot at getting rewards. Now, once you hit level 52, you will unlock the cursed city, which is divided up into 4 districts. We've got Cobble Market, we've got Dead Rise, we've got Plague Home over here, and then at the top we have Soul Cross. Now, as you progress through these districts, the competition gets harder and harder. The stages get harder and harder. And there are actually 4 types of stages here in the game mode. We have normal stages, of course, where you can come in and you'll have to fulfill a certain set of conditions or use champions with a certain set of conditions. We also have awakened stages, which require you to use champions that are awakened. If you're not familiar with awakening, those are the red stars on your champions. We have boss stages, which you'll face a boss, either one of the Doom Tower bosses or one of the dungeon bosses that we already face in the game. And we have double boss stages where you'll fight 2 of those bosses at the same time, right? Seems pretty simple. Most of this is, general wave content as you're accustomed to, like the campaign where you'll face, 3 rounds, 3 waves of champions, right? And of course, lastly, we have the Amius, the Lunar Archon fight, which we're pretty much working towards, but we'll get to that in a second. Every day you'll get 8 of these keys, which you can use to challenge the various stages. You'll want to move around the map strategically so that you can get your Eclipse keys, which are the keys needed to actually challenge Amius. I'll talk a bit about the strategy that I use in the direction that I go around the map so that I can get my Eclipse keys a bit faster. Now, generally, I like to count backwards from 8. Whichever 8 will get me to this first boss here the fastest, because that's where your first Eclipse key is going to be. And generally, this route here, going from C1, 2, 3, 4, cut across here, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 will get you to that boss. And then what you want to do is come up from C4 that we were at before and go directly into this nether spider boss here, Agarith. That will put you in a great position to, on your second day, come around this way. We'll count backwards from 8 from this boss here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then C6 would be 8. That means on day 2, we can actually get our second Eclipse key. On day 3, the best route on day 3 is for you to come back to C7 and cut across here this way so that you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that'll put you around P4. Or you can cut across here, take advantage of Dark Fae. And on that 4th day, you'll be able to either come through Dark Fae and get up here to the key, or go around this way and get to the key, whichever is easiest for your account. But within the first 4 days, or first 4 resets of the game, I should say, you'll be able to get all of the Eclipse keys so that you can challenge Amius. And the location of the Eclipse keys is definitely going to be rotation dependent. There are various rotations of Cursed City. So as you can see, the Eclipse keys are in a different position in this actual rotation. So the same rule of thumb applies. Count backwards from 8, see how you can get to the Eclipse key faster and to the next one as fast after that. You're going to still be using that same rule of 8, count backwards from your 8 keys and try to get those Eclipse keys as fast as possible. And obviously you can choose whatever path you want, but the goal is to be able to get the Eclipse keys and challenge Amius and just get as many rewards as you can. So if you find a stage is a bit difficult for you, or you just can't get past the stage, you can go another way, come back to it after you've progressed your account a bit, because you're going to have a good bit of time to actually complete the rotation. So definitely take advantage of the fact that you can do this exactly how you want. There's no right way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. Do it exactly how you want. Create your own path, guys. Go for the rewards that you want. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is the rewards, because the rewards here are great. They're amazing, right? And I think the best thing about it is we don't have to use any energy to get them, right? We use the keys. We don't have to use energy. This is the one place that you can go in and get gear other than Doom Tower, really good gear, without using energy. And the gear here is exponentially better than the gear that we get from Doom Tower. The sets here, I'll go over them very quickly, but we get some really strong sets from here. We have these variable sets, Supersonic, and we have Merciless, which is arguably the best DPS set, or probably the best set in the game, period. This set has a ton in it, gives you damage, gives you an opportunity to get a cooldown, gives you an opportunity to get extra turns. It is an amazing set, and you can only get it in the Cursed City. They also drop some Slayer gear as well, but we can also get Slayer from the Forge Pass, so you can kind of get that a bit easier than the other two sets. But you'll be able to get this gear from completing the boss stages, the boss stage, the double boss stage, as well as Amius the Lunar Archon. There's a ton of other resources here as well that I really enjoy. There's a ton of energy around the map. You can get glyphs here, which are very, very valuable because it is tough to get glyphs in the game, speed glyphs in particular. So definitely come in here and take advantage of getting those glyphs. We've got oils in here for ascending gear. We've got brews, we've got chicken, there are XP boosts, you get some arena refills. There's tons and tons of resources here for you guys. You can also get charms for forging here, particularly the mythical charms that you can get from the awakened stages, which will help you to craft mythical gear, which is an absolute game changer for anyone trying to progress their account. Being able to go into the forge and craft mythical gear will really put you ahead. As you can see, I have a ton of these mythical charms that I've been getting from Cursed City, and we get a ton of fragments from Doom Tower as well as Faction Wars that you can use to craft your gear. So not only is Cursed City giving you gear, it is also giving you an opportunity to craft better gear from the materials that you are already getting in other game modes. In addition to the rewards on normal, because I am on normal right now, if we go to the hard game mode, you'll have an opportunity to get a mythical champion, Carnage the Arnok, as well as a ton of other rewards that they have here. We've got skill tomes here as well. We've got shards here, big loads of silver, so tons of juicy rewards here, guys. Also free gear removal rewards, so you definitely want to be taking advantage of this. And like I said, there is no energy required. You don't have to use your own resources. You just have to build up your champions. So let's talk about how we're going to prepare ourselves best to go ahead and take down Cursed City. And this is where I really want you to look at your account and evaluate where you are so that you can give yourself the best opportunity. And that all starts by checking out the missions. If you are progressing the Arbiter missions, look at what mission you're on. Be taking those missions down. Ramontu missions as well. You're probably not on the Marius missions yet, but if you are, be looking at those missions to see where you are and how you're going to progress, because these missions give you the roadmap to actually pushing your account to the best potential. It's going to involve increasing your levels in the Great Hall, which are going to give you better stats. It's going to involve you pushing Faction Wars, which is going to give you an opportunity to really flesh out your account roster. So definitely push this game mode here, because without Faction Wars, if you're not progressing Faction Wars, you might find Cursed City a bit challenging, because Cursed City is kind of a mix between Faction Wars and Doom Tower, right? Doom Tower has conditions that we have to meet for these secret rooms, right? And then if we go into Faction Wars, obviously these are faction specific fights that we are doing. The more you complete this game mode and the more that you progress in Doom Tower, the easier it's going to be for you to progress in Cursed City. So like I said before, if you are met with a stage that you are having a bit of difficulty completing, just go back, look at your roster, see what you need to flesh out, go and check out the mission, see what mission you're on, see how you can progress your account a bit so that you can come back around to that stage either in the current rotation or the next rotation and be able to complete it. And I'll admit, guys, the map is pretty big. There is a lot going on this map. So I would first encourage you to not look at the map itself as a whole, right? Don't look at it as something that you need to complete everything. Completing everything is amazing, but I think you should just challenge yourself to come in here and just get as many of the rewards as you possibly can. Even if you just come in here and grab all of the energy, right? Or you grab all of the brews, or you grab all of the oils here so that you can ascend some gear, right? All of these things are going to help you to progress your account. So definitely take advantage of it. And like I said before, there are both normal and hard game modes. So where exactly should you start? That's going to start by you evaluating your account and seeing where you are, right? Are you pushing Ultra Nightmare in Clan Boss, right? Have you begun to push the Hydra Boss a bit, right? What is your account progress as a whole look like? This is going to give you a great gauge on if you should start on hard mode or if you should start on normal mode. Now, you have a good bit of time to progress each of these stages for one full rotation. So even if you wanted to start out on hard mode, maybe complete some of the stages, push through and see, how developed your account is, that's fine, because at any point you can switch to normal and progress there as well. So there's no limit to what you can do in this game mode, guys. Use your 8 keys wisely every day so that you can go ahead and get as many of the rewards as possible and have some fun while you're doing it. All of the mechanics as far as the bosses and the double bosses and these stages are all the same that we face in the normal play mode. So all of the Doom Tower bosses have the same mechanics as in Doom Tower. All of the dungeon bosses are going to have the same mechanics as they have in the normal dungeon. So you're not going to be facing anything that you haven't faced before unless you just haven't progressed those game modes. And if you have not, then I would suggest you definitely go ahead and do that so that Curse City is a bit easier for you. That's going to be all for this one though, guys. Hopefully this video helps you out and encourages you to go ahead and take down the Cursed City and get some of these great rewards in here. It doesn't take anything but a little bit of time and a little bit of effort on your part. So go ahead and do some due diligence. Give yourself a shot at getting some of these great rewards and progressing your account. And until next time, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video, leave me a comment down below. And until next time, be good and be well.